What is going on there, fellow aviators? RandomHead787 here. So it is officially time. I am now going to be doing my flight across the United States. Well, my flights across the United States. We're not doing this all in one go because that's not possible in the TBM. We are going to have to make a few stops along the way. But, yeah, just a little weird thing to mention. This flight I'm doing right now, I actually did yesterday, but the audio, at least my voice audio, really sucked. It was very faint. You couldn't hear anything. And I also had a pretty bad landing. So I'm going to take a little bit of a mulligan on that and try it again. So the airport we're going to be flying to today, and I can't believe I still forgot, I think it's called Davison, I believe it is. It's located in Washington, D.C. It's a little bit south of Washington, D.C. So we actually might be able to hopefully see it today, because yesterday the weather wasn't really that great over there. So I think it's a little bit cleared up today, hopefully, granted if the weather's even accurate right now. But yeah, we're going to be, I'll just explain what this entire series is going to be about. I have explained it already, but I'll explain it once more in case you're new to the channel. So basically, I'm going to be taking the TBM 930 across very famous areas in the United States and places that I personally want to see in Flight Simulator. So the first goal is going to be to head south towards Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then we're going to turn west and then head for California. But along the way, we're going to be making stops in Texas, possibly New Orleans, which comes before Texas, the Grand Canyon, Lake Tahoe. I want to see all that in Flight Simulator, and then we'll eventually stop somewhere in California. I haven't decided where yet. And then we're going to head up to Alaska, and then once I get to Alaska, I'm going to be switching planes and be doing some bush flying up there, because I hear Alaska is just perfect for bush flying. So we'll eventually get to that, but that will be a little bit of a while. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with our TBM here. We are now going to be starting from Albany International Airport, which is my local airport in upstate New York. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy started up, shall we? Okay, so let's start with the inside inspection. So exterior lights are off. The interior lights are off. And just so you know, I'm not very experienced with this plane, so if I do some things wrong, please forgive me. Crash lever is down. The starter is off, and ignition is set to auto. Auxiliary boost pump is off as well, and the fuel selection is on, I believe that's supposed to be main. I don't know why it says man here, but main stands for something else. Autopilot trims are off. DI systems are all off, and insert SEP is off. Parking brake is on. Landing gear lever is down. The bleed is off, and the throttle is set to cut off, and the fuel tank selector is on the left or right. So we are good there. Let me just reset the camera right here. Okay, now we're going to get... Oh, actually, first, before we start the engine, let's get a little bit of a pushback here. So let's get rid of that parking brake. And let the plane get a little bit of a little nice tiny push. Just so that way we don't crash into the fuel tank and start a massive fire, which, I mean, won't happen in Flight Simulator, but that would be the case in real life. So, before starting engine checklist, crash lever is up. And source, battery GPU, we're going to set it to bat. Generator on main. Let's see if I can shut that off.
Aural warning.
There we go.
Okay.
Nothing's wrong with the airplane. So de-ice system. Let's see that test. Good. That looks good. Oh, I didn't notice that light, but there too. Landing gear lights. Check. Test. Light test. Good. All right. Very good. And fuel on board. Our fuel here looks very good. Now it's time to start the engine. Let's get this bad boy started up. This thing sounds amazing when you start it up. I love the sound this thing makes. So ignition is set to auto, and auxiliary boost pump is on. And the prop area is clear. Starter, let's hold that for 2 seconds. Good. All right, and once that gets to 13%, alright, then we set it to low idle. Alright, just checking to make sure everything's working, I hope. Okay, max. Okay, we gotta wait for that to get to 870. Almost there. There we go. Oh, hang on. It's okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how this plane works. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think everything's set now. The plane has started up. Oil pressure. Oh, hang on. Well, let's make sure the oil pressure is good. Oil pressure's fine. Oil temperature is fine. Automatic starter. Off. Hang on. Let me find the automatic starter here. Automatic starter. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, it's already off. Okay, good. And after engine start, throttle. Low idle to flight idle. That's where I'm at right now. Oil pressure temperature is good. Auxiliary boost pump set to auto. And fuel selection shift button test. Okay, I guess that's good. AP trim's on. Where you at? Where you at? There we go. And generator set to main, so that's still good. And the bleed we're gonna set to auto. Perfect. And before taxi, insert SIP on. Flight controls. Let's get those a check. Make sure that our plane is actually going to be functioning correctly. So let's see. Get a little bit of a view here. That goes up, and that's down, up, and down. And I assume that everything on the outside is working correctly as well. So let's see. Flaps are up. Throttle feather twice. I don't know what it means by feather. Honestly, I don't. I'm not gonna even bother. I don't want to risk shutting this plane off. Is it okay? Okay, good. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's getting a little bit awkward. Throttle feather twice. Taxi lights on. Where are you at? Okay, and then the nav and strobes can also come on. I don't know why that's not part of the checklist. Okay, so we're good right there. So we're gonna go ahead and get our plane lined up here. Turn off that. Just adjust my seat here, so not leaning back too much away from the mic. And the only thing about this plane, it does take a little bit of power to get going because it is a turboprop and the engine takes a lot longer to spool up. It's almost like a jet engine in a way of how similar it works because it doesn't react to you as fast as, say, a regular prop plane would. Alrighty, we'll just wait right here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a listen to the ATIS, see how the weather is, and I'm sure it's going to be the exact same thing as it's been since launch. A little bit frustrating. Okay, that guy is definitely in slew mode right there. No doubt about that. So let's see, we're going to go to 12045. Let's see what we got.
Albany Airport information, Quebec 1600 Zulu. Wind 195 at 11.
195 at 11.
Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,100 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 12,300 feet. Temperature, 2 Albany. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.94. ILS runway 19 in use. Landing at departing runway 19. AFR aircraft see direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Quebec.
Okay, now we're going to contact the ground, and looks like we're going to be using runway 19, so that's going to be straight ahead of us right up there.
Generic November 8546 November. Request
Let's get our autopilot set up. So we're going to be cruising at 10,000 feet today. Let's get that up there a little bit. Okay. And now we'll set our vertical speed as well. We're going to go to about 1,200 feet per minute. That should be good. And as well as flight director and our nav. Hopefully I got that set up. Actually, wait, hang on.
Contact tower on 119.5.
I think that's how you do it. Let me check here. There we go. Okay. So that should be all set to go. Alright, let's contact ground and get on out of here. We're going to part to the south. So they're done. Okay.
Albany ground Docker November 1787 Romeo Echo ready to taxi south departure with Romeo.
Air November 1787 Romeo Echo taxi to and hold short of runway 19er using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 19er using taxiway Alpha Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Alrighty. Heading to 19er. Oh, we got a little plane here about to go somewhere. Alrighty. Weather does look pretty good today. Get a little bit more throttle in there. And let me just go ahead and get my tower frequency in there so that it's ready to go. Alright, we're clear to the right and clear to the left. Let's turn right here. A little bit more power. Hopefully this flight goes smoother than yesterday's. Yesterday's was a bit rough and the weather was really not good. If the weather is good, I'm going to maybe turn a little bit towards New York City so that way maybe we can see Manhattan. But I was going to do it yesterday, but the clouds were... There were so many clouds that there was no way you were going to be able to see it. So, I can't guarantee anything today. Everything's looking good. Looking good. I wonder where this guy in front of us is heading. It's always a mystery. Every time I see a plane in the air, I'm just wondering, where are they going? Are they going to Florida? Are they going to South Carolina? Oh yeah, speaking of South Carolina, that's actually going to be our next stop. After this video, we're going to be heading to Charleston, which is a place I really, really want to visit someday. Hopefully I can maybe go there in the winter. I know my roommate, also my cousin, wants to potentially go down there for a few days, maybe just for like a little vacation. And let me tell you, I could use one. Alrighty, and we're gonna turn right here. We're not gonna be doing any run-up or anything. I just kind of want to have a little bit more time to do things, at least until I get used to the airplane and know what I gotta do, because there is a bit of a checklist before you take off. Oh, easy's going. Alright, set our parking brake here. Alright, let's get our checklist out. Alright, and before line up, parking brake on, landing light. Set on. You taking off? I can't tell. Oh, he's about to. I wonder what kind of plane that is. Alright, well, we gotta stay focused. Anyway, landing lights are on, navigation lights are on, strobe lights on, ignition, okay, yada yada, auxiliary fuel select is good, de-ice is required. Ooh, he's really going. Pilot, oh yes, the pitot left and right heaters, so turn those on, because we are probably going to need them. Insert SEP is on, trims to takeoff position, flaps to takeoff. Bleed is on auto. I didn't miss anything. Okay, good. Altimeter settings, check. That looks okay. And squawk code. Let's make sure that that is good to go. Okay, altitude reporting. Very good. And we're going to be changing that because we are going to be requesting a flight following. We're going to make sure ATC knows where we are. And for takeoff, yep, we should be good there. All right, good. All right, we'll get rid of the checklist there. Alright, let's request our takeoff clearance.
Albany Tower, Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo,
Come on
ready
there,
for
TBM.
self-departure at runway 19er.
Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo taxi into position and hold.
Position and hold.
Position and hold, Docker 7, Romeo Echo.
Alright, as soon as we get in the air, we'll be able to turn on the autopilot and sit back and relax for a little bit.
127.15 for generic 46 November.
Okay, we're gonna line right up here and we'll wait for clearance for takeoff. Lining up beautifully here.
Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo cleared for takeoff runway 19er south departure approved.
Cleared for takeoff. Let's start the journey.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 19er, Docker 7, Romeo
Alright, let's
Echo.
give it a little bit of power, make sure it spools up good. And full power. Well, mostly full power. We want to do 100%. We don't want to overdo it on this. Not on a turboprop. Airspeed's alive. Instruments look good. .85 knots and rotate. And we have a positive rate. Gears coming up. And it feels like the same exact weather as yesterday. It's just knocking me around.
Docker 7 Romeo Echo continue for south departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
And flaps up.
Albany Tower, Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo, continue for self-departure.
Ooh, this plane loves to fight me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, we gotta go down a little bit. Alright, so we gotta go on a heading of 228. So let's start making our turn there, and I'll put the autopilot on later. We gotta really bring our rate of descent down here. I don't want to be climbing this fast. About 1,000 feet per minute should be good enough. Alrighty, so we're going to be probably switching to Albany departure very shortly.
Docker 7 Romeo Echo, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright, frequency change.
Albany Tower, Docker November
let's get the autopilot on.
1787, Romeo Echo, frequency change.
Alright, let the autopilot take care of the work for us. Let's, oh, we got a different frequency. Alright, 1332.825. Switch that off. Alright, we're gonna wait for that to say flight following. I don't want to do Class C transition airspace. Because the second you're out of the airspace, I believe they'll tell you to go VFR, and we do not want that. Got a lot of clouds here today, but that actually is kind of accurate to what my weather is outside right now. It is actually pretty cloudy today, so I'm happy with that. Alrighty, so give these settings. I totally forgot. Hang on. Other PDF settings. Okay. Win. Good. This thing is so useful. Alright, and we are officially on course for Washington. D.C. that is, not Washington State. Yeah, this plane would not be able to make it to Washington State. I will probably stop in Washington State, though. They got some beautiful mountains over there. Oh yeah, we'll also be heading to the Rocky Mountains as well in Colorado, because I freaking love Colorado. It's got such beautiful locations. I'd love to visit there someday. A lot of nice houses, too, in Colorado. Alright, let's do our out to takeoff checklist, see what we got. Alright, landing gears up, flaps are up, throttle's good, de-ice, insert good. Alrighty. Got quite a few clouds today. Hopefully there's no... no, there shouldn't be any icing. Let's see what the temperature is outside here. Okay, yeah, so we're fine. 14 degrees Celsius. I'm telling you, man, the clouds in this game are truly incredible. When you go through them, like, I actually feel like I'm going through clouds. I just really hope the visibility is good today in Washington, because yesterday was only 7 miles. It was terrible. And we had an overcast. It was like an overcast of like 1,500 feet. It was just a terrible flight condition. But hopefully today should be better. At least I'm hoping. Yeah, I looked at the weather on Weather Channel. I may not be the best place to look, but it looked fine. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna I'll leave it from here. So I guess we'll see you guys when we get to our cruising altitude, and I'll chat with you there a little bit. See you then. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So we are now at our cruising altitude of 10,000 feet.
Contact Albany approach on 132.25.
Every time, man, every time.
132.25 for Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Every time I freaking come back to talk with you guys, they always interrupt me. Freaking ATC.
Albany approach Docker November 1787 Romeo Echo 10,000 feet.
I hope they don't interrupt me this time.
Docker November 1787 Romeo Echo Albany approach continuous plan. Altimeter 29.94.
Okay, good. So, hopefully without interruption, I actually realized we had a little...
Romeo Echo contact Boston Center on 134.3.
It never ends. It never freaking ends with these idiots.
134.3 Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
I can't ever talk with you guys. It's driving me crazy.
Boston Center Docker November 1787 Romeo Echo 10,000 feet.
Air November 1787.
Now please leave me alone.
Continue as planned.
Can I please talk with...
Decimal 905.
Can I please talk with people? You gonna shut up now? I hope so. So, we actually had a little bit of a problem that I didn't notice. I forgot to set the fuel selection to auto, and as a result, we had a slight fuel imbalance, but that is being corrected right now, so not a big deal. But I rushed the checklist. I really should have been more careful, but I am going to learn from that. So...
Air 7 Romeo Echo contact New York approach.
Yep.
132.75.
Well, at least they waited for me to talk to you this time.
132.75 for Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Oh crap, let me retype that. 750, good, and New York approach.
New York approach Docker
Yeah, we are definitely not flying over Manhattan today. That is not going to happen.
0,000 feet.
Docker November 1787 Romeo.
Yeah, no way.
New York approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.95.
right above the clouds today. How incredible does that look? Oh, good. There's my little call sign right there. So yeah. Well, here's where we are right now. We're still pretty far from New York City, but I highly doubt we're going to be able to see what's over there, but not a big deal because I am actually going to try to fly over New York City on the way back. So, but yeah, so once we spend some time in Alaska, then I'll start flying back east, and we'll fly over to the Dakotas. Maybe I'll try to find Mount Rushmore. I like to find it and see what it looks like in the game. And then we'll fly over the Great Lakes, and then I'll head up towards Maine, and find Portland, Maine, then turn around, head down the East Coast a little bit to New York City, then turn back up north to Albany, and then it'll be complete. Now, I have no idea how long this series is going to go on for. It really depends how much time I have, because I can only do this on the weekends, but I might be able to be more flexible once we get more to the West Coast where the time zones will be different, because I do not want to do any flights at night. It just makes it much more difficult. I'd rather do them during the day, and plus you can see more, because we're doing this a lot for sightseeing. So once I start getting to places like maybe Colorado, around that area, once I get into mountain time, then I'll probably start doing stuff when I get home from work, just as long as it's only like an hour flight, because right now this flight we're doing right here, it's just a little bit under an hour. I don't want to do anything really any more than that. I could probably go an hour and a half, but 2 hours I just couldn't do. Now, I think I did mention in my previous video that... Yep, of course. 1343.
Going to 134.3 Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Yeah, this is a problem I'm noticing that with Flight Simulator. It seems to be that they keep switching you back and forth to the same frequencies. FSX had this same problem. I don't know why it's here too. I thought for sure this is something that would not even be an issue. A lot of work to be done in ATC in this.
Air November 1787 Romeo Echo Boston Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.905.
Ooh, it is getting turbulent up here. Look at this plane. Let's see what that looks like from the outside. See what I mean? Now it's 132. We're going back to what we were almost just on. Yeah, just what we were on.
132.75.
So if they do it one more time, I'm just going to say, screw ATC. I am not going to be switching back and forth.
New York approach Delta November 1787 Romeo.
Oh, look at those mountains. How nice does that look?
Delta November 1787 Romeo, Echo New York approach, continue as planned.
Alright, altimeter increase. Alright, they do it one more time now. I'm just going to stay on this frequency for a little while and just kind of go rogue, I guess. So, I'm not going to keep switching back and forth with these guys. It's very frustrating. So, but wow, it is actually really turbulent up here. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, not too surprising. We must be having a lot of updraft from the clouds, I guess. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it here and leave you guys with some more nice views outside the airplane. And once we get closer to our destination, or if we see any nice areas, maybe I'll talk about it. But anyway, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Okay, welcome back. So we are about 15, almost 15 minutes away. We're actually 16 technically. And so far the weather doesn't seem too bad. The clouds seem to be up a lot higher this time around at the moment from what that looks like. And if we look at the weather here, I'll just pull this up really quick. It's really bad over here, but over here it was like all red yesterday when I tried doing this flight. So today it's a lot better. So I think we're not going to have hopefully as many problems this time. But once that hits about the 15-minute mark, we'll begin our descent. Because that's usually how I always do my descents. I usually look at the amount of time I have to get there rather than the nautical miles, because then you can time, your vertical speed along with your estimated time en route. So that's what we're going to do. So we are just about to do that, but before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the lane light because we're going to be below 10,000 feet in just a second. And let's go ahead and take a look at our before descent. Altimeter check, fuel gauges are good. Let's make sure they look good. Okay, good. 39, 38, or 37. DS is required, insert SEP is required, and we'll go to the approach one and get to that when we cross that bridge. Alright, so we're going to descend to about 5,000 feet here. And wait for 15 minutes. We'll go at about 1,000 feet per minute. Okay, there we go. 1,000 feet per minute. Let's bring the power back so we don't overspeed. Bring it to maybe about 70% right there. Should be good. If I can just get it right. 75 should be okay. I'll just keep an eye on that speed just to make sure we're not going too fast. But yep, we're now going to be descending into Washington, D.C. And once we hit the, let's say maybe the 30 nautical, maybe 35 nautical mark, we'll contact the tower and let them know we want to land. Well, we're going to check the ATIS first to make sure that the airport is not IFR, which I really don't think it's going to be. It just looks like maybe a little bit of precipitation, possibly, just some light storms. Nothing too concerning. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed all those lovely views. I'm just I'm starting to really play with the showcase drone, and that thing is so much freaking fun to use. I'm really enjoying it, and just getting all these spectacular shots. It's just, oh man, it's like you can be a photographer in this game too. It's really awesome. But yeah, so far the flight has actually been very smooth. Besides that one hiccup where I didn't set this fuel selector to main, or I mean the auto. So what that then do is actually balance out the fuel. 119.7.
Going to 119.7, Docker 7, Romeo Echo.
119.7. And switch. And contact Potomac approach.
Potomac approach Tower November 1787, Romeo Echo, 8,500 feet.
Air November 1787, Romeo Echo, Potomac approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.9.1.
Yep, there we go. I have noticed a little bit of a problem with the ATC. Sometimes when they pronounce the frequencies, they don't sound right. Like sometimes I'll hear like 182 and stuff like that. It's nowhere near that. So it could just be me, but I'm having a hard time understanding the ATC sometimes. I know that, I guess you could say it's kind of accurate to real life, because sometimes I don't know how people understand ATC in real life sometimes. But that does also need to be fixed. But yeah, so far this flight has been actually quite rather smooth. It was pretty turbulent earlier. It was getting really bumpy, but we're going to be hitting that again very shortly. It's going to get really rough here. So once we cross about 6,000 feet, I'll go ahead and decrease the altitude a little bit more. We'll go down to about 3,000 or maybe 2,500. We'll try 3,000 for now. That's usually a good low cruising altitude. I just really hope these clouds aren't too low, because that was the problem yesterday. And I'll just say this, it is terrifying when you are going through these clouds sometimes, because you just can't see everything. But luckily you got this PFD right here, which whoever thought of this has probably reduced a lot of headaches when it comes to instrument flying, because this is so useful. But at the same time, I do believe it is very useful to actually learn on regular instruments, like I believe it's gyro instruments, rather than just relying on electronics, because it's not always good to rely on your electronics. But this cockpit is all digital, so I don't think you really have another option if any of these fail. So we're coming to descent just fine. We're about to cross 6,000 feet, and then I'll go ahead and bring the altitude down a little bit more, because then I know we should be good. Yeah, we are going to have to cancel the flight following at some point. Okay, I think right now we're in Baltimore. Awesome. Wow, how incredible does that view look just from those clouds? Just my goodness, man, this game is gorgeous. 12835.
128.35 Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Yeah, see how that sounds? It's a little off. We gotta improve that a little bit.
Potomac approach Tower November 1787 Romeo Echo.
Wow.
5,500 feet.
How incredible does this game look?
Tower November 1787 Romeo Echo Potomac approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.903.
Yeah, I actually got distracted a little bit. We forgot to set the altitude here, but that's okay. You know, you got to keep in contact with ATC. You know, sometimes in this game they can be a little bit of a pain. Oh my gosh! Look how beautiful that looks. If you are not even the slightest bit blown away by that, and granted, I'm mostly on medium settings, and yep. Oh, well, that looks a little rough over there, but I think that might be Baltimore over there. Because I don't think we're quite over D.C. yet, so we're about almost 10 minutes away from our destination, so we might be able to see Washington D.C. today. Okay. Alright, it's going to get a little bit bumpy here, but we should be fine. Just, my goodness, I just can't get over how gorgeous this game looks when you just go through all the clouds. This is mind-blowing stuff, man. And then the lighting, how the sun shines through everything. Just, my goodness, man. Wow. Okay. I don't want to go any lower than 3,000 feet, so I'm really hoping these clouds aren't too low. Oh, we got a plane over there to our left there, about 10 o'clock. Alright, yeah, I don't think these clouds are that low. Yeah, the visibility is much better than yesterday. Yesterday was just terrible. I could barely see the airport. I wonder what airport that could be over there. I don't know what just me, but I feel like I've been hearing a lot of beeping going on. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to figure out what that could be. I'll have to probably research it a little bit. Alright, so we are... I wouldn't cancel the flight following just yet. So I am going to probably slow down the plane a little bit because I want to have a slightly slower approach. So we'll just bring back the throttle a little bit. Oh yeah. Look at this, 3,000 feet, everything is perfect. Oh, I think... No, I don't think that's Washington, D.C. I'm not sure where D.C. actually is.
Romeo Echo contact Potomac approach on 119.7.
Okay, this will be our last switch off.
Going to 119.7 Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Okay. Let's see, 119.7. Yeah, right here we're going to cancel the flight following just so we can just get this stuff out of the way.
Potomac approach Tower November 1787 Romeo Echo 3,000 feet.
Slow down a little bit more.
Air November 1787 Romeo Echo Potomac approach. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.903.
Okay, didn't know. Now I want to cancel the flight following.
Potomac approach Tower 7 Romeo Echo cancel flight following.
Air 7 Romeo Echo Potomac approach cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
I don't see DC yet. Alright, so now let's go to the nearest airport and try to find our destination. There's Ronald Reagan National. We're getting close. I don't see it yet. It should come up any minute now. I believe it's called Davison. There it is. Okay, ATIS is 128175. Let's see what we got.
Davison Airport Information Sierra 18000. Wind 142 at 5.
142 at 5.
Visibility 10.
10.
Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,100 feet. Few clouds at 4,100 feet. Few clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature 2 2.10. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway 14 in use.
14.
Landing and departing runway 14. DSR aircraft. Say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
So we're going to be having a left
Advise
pattern.
controller, on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Okay, so let's go to 1263. Oh crap, 1263. There we go, full stop.
Davison Tower, Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo is 27 miles northeast with Tango to land.
Oh, now it's Tango.
Docker November 1787, Romeo Echo Davison Tower. Enter left base runway 14. Altimeter
Base,
29.903 wind 142 at 5.
142 at 5. Perfect. Com winds.
Make left base runway 14 Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Zoom in there a little bit. Alright, slow the plane down a little bit more. I still don't see Washington yet. I'm pretty sure it's close. KDCA, right there. So Washington's going to be right around this area. I believe KDCA is Ronald Reagan National, which I actually had the privilege to fly out of once and see D.C. from the air at night. It is gorgeous. That's a real sight to behold, actually. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Alright, let's start descending a little bit more now. Let's go down to 2,000 feet. I think about 800 feet per minute. Make it nice and controlled. Yep, that's the Pentagon, guys. Look at that. So Washington D.C. should be like literally right here. I think that's the Lincoln Memorial right there. Yep, there's the Washington Monument. That looks very unconvincing. The White House should be right around here. Look at the Pentagon, man. How awesome does that look? Alright, we're gonna just about to disengage the autopilot. Let's do that right now, actually. Whoa! Woo Nelly. Trying to maintain our altitude here as best as we can. Yeah, see, look at that. That's just a little skyscraper. Come on! How could you not get the Washington Monument? Alright. So we're looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and slow the plane down even more. Actually, I'll just keep descending the plane here. Just gotta trim it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and put the gear down. Wow. Look how wonderful the Pentagon looks. Just gotta find the airport here. Is that it? I don't have it in sight yet. That's a problem. It's literally at my 12 o'clock. Wait, hang on. Nope, nothing. Wow, I cannot find this airport. I actually found out a lot quicker yesterday when the visibility was friggin' garbage. Getting a little frustrated here, actually. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Why can I not find this airport? Where the hell are you? I'm literally heading right for the airspace and I still freaking have it in sight. And they cleared me for landing. I still don't have it. Oh my gosh, guys. This is embarrassing. Hang on. I got it. Right there. Wow, that took forever to find. Alright, let's just hope my landing doesn't suck after all that. But my goodness, man, this game is gorgeous. Boy, is that wind fighting me. Alright, gears down. Good to go. Really bleed off some speed here. We're way too fast. So I'm gonna put the flaps down early. Come on, baby, come on. Wow, it is windy. Trim up, trim up. There we go, come on. Ooh, wow, this is stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Turboprop is a lot different. Man, I'm getting super close to stalling here. We're looking good, though. We're looking good. Coming up on center. Just gonna keep the power right here. Holy crap. This might be a bumpy landing. I'm not gonna lie. This wind is fighting me to death. Okay, a little bit less power. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord be with me. Alright. Not too bad. Bumpy, but we're on the ground. That was a tough landing, I'm not gonna lie. That was tough. Not only could I not find the damn airport, but I couldn't keep the airplane under control because the wind was so freaking strong. Must have been a lot of gusts. But it was definitely better than yesterday's.
Dollar 7 Romeo Echo contact ground on ONE 21.9er.
1219.
Going to ONE 21.9er, Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Okay, 1219er. And taxi to parking. Flaps up.
Davison ground Docker November 1787 Romeo Echo taxi to parking.
Air November 1787 Romeo Echo taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
Taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Docker 7 Romeo Echo.
Yeah, I still got a lot to learn with this plane. It is very tough to fly sometimes. It's because that the throttle is not very responsive, because the turboprop takes a lot longer to spool up. But at least it gets you to your destination quicker. Alright, let's go ahead and park to the fuel area. Alright, yeah, you wait right there. You don't move. You hear me? Alrighty. But yeah, that was a pretty decent flight. Had a couple of hiccups along the way, but we landed safely. No injuries. Plane is still in good condition. Yeah, this is where I was last time. Why does that guy gotta be blocking me? Huh? Why? This is exactly where I was last time. And I know it's the wrong area. Alright, we gotta go over the grass. I don't know if this is accurate to the airport. Oh, looks like he disappeared. Oh well. But yeah, we gotta park over there. That's our area. Come on. There we go. Okay. I will say this, though. This plane is awesome to taxi because it requires very little power to maintain speed. But it does require a lot of power to get going. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Where should I park? That's a good question. I'll just park right here. Right here should be good. Perfect. Alright, parking brake on. Alright. Shut up, Master Warning. Okay, so shutdown, parking brake on, exterior lights are off, interior as required. Fuel selection on main. Oh, you serious? There we go. That was doing that glitch again where you can't click on anything. And if you ever do have that glitch where you just can't can't select anything, like if your mouse just can't select anything, just resize a window here, and that should fix it. At least I hope it does for you. AP trims. Where are you at? Off. Okay. Bleed. Off. Very good. Throttle, flight idle. That's flight idle, right? I believe it is, yeah. Flight idle for 2 minutes, and then low idle for 15 seconds. Yeah. Which one's low idle? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and cut it off. Oh, that's low idle. Low idle for 15 seconds. And cut off. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love this plane. Alright, insert SEP off. Let's turn these off as well. Auxiliary boost fuel pump is coming off, and generator off. So what's this? Oh. Okay. This freaking plane. Will you shut up? I don't care. There we go. Alright, everything is done. Okay, so that is gonna do it for this flight, guys. Welcome to Washington, D.C. I believe it's Davison. You know, we can find out right here. No, we can't because we turned off all the electrical stuff. So that's gonna do it for this flight, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed my first flight going across the United States in the TBM 930. Plenty more videos to come. The next flight is going to be Charleston, South Carolina, and then after that we will fly to Fort Lauderdale. So anyway, guys, once again, thank you so much for flying with me today, and as always, happy flying.